All right, guys. So it is 3:50 a.m. The Royal Rumble just finished. Um, I've had a moment to collect myself. The pre-show is going on right now. Charlotte Flair, I believe, is on the podium. Hi, my name is Andy. I'm a wrestling fan from Ghana, West Africa. If you do like the content on this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so you are notified whenever I post a new video, and hit the like button on this video. Now, let's start out by talking about the event. Now, the Women's Rumble match was first. Io Sky, Liv Morgan started out as number 1 and 2, and I think they were perfect picks to start the match. I wasn't in the camp of people that thought Io Sky was going to win. I actually thought Jade Cargill was going to win. I was wrong, just so you know. So there were a few observations. First of all, I realized they are now using robotic cameras, which is very cool. They're actually along the entrance ramp, which was, I think that was very cool that they did that. Also, they had the elevated walkway before the ring, which was very cool as well. I don't think they've ever done this, but it was great because what it allowed for was for them to look larger than life. You know, you had superstars propped up in a sense so that everybody around the stadium and everybody at home get this larger than life look at the superstars as they make their way to the ring. So I really, really like that. You had Lash Legend make her Royal Rumble debut at number 9. Listen, Lash is a lot of woman, okay, and she looked great. She looked great in this Rumble. I was so happy to see how much she showed out. I was looking forward to an interaction between her and Bianca Belair, forgetting that they just had a tag match on Tuesday on NXT, but they really, really did great, those two. And I was really happy to see Lash, and I have no doubt that once she comes onto the main roster, she will do some great things. And then you had Zoe Stark. Now, Zoe Stark had this insane recovery moment where she is about to execute a springboard from outside the ring into the inside to, I think, hit somebody with a crossbody or something, and she slipped, and she could have fallen flat on her face, but somehow she ran through it and clothesline this person. And I thought it was very cool, you know, the athletic prowess of Zoe Stark. I know she's quite underrated, and you know, because she's in Pure Fusion Collective, no one really likes her, and see, she doesn't have any aura, but she was great, okay, and I think she deserves massive respect for that recovery. Then you had Bianca Belair with this funny corner spot where I think she started with Io, then I think it went to Lash and just a few other people. Very funny spot. She was like beating them the 1, 2, 3 in the turnbuckle spot. She was doing that. That was really cool. She got like 5 women. That was amazing. And then you had Maxine Dupree and Ivy Niles moment, which was one of the funniest in the Rumble by far. Love that moment. You know, they've been telling this story for the better part of about 8 months. So it was pretty cool to see them have this moment in the Rumble match. And then you had Jada Parker come in. I think she came in like halfway in the Rumble, and her new entrance music, I know it's been changed for a while. It's going to take a while to get used to, because you know, we know Jada Parker has that San Andreas sounding music, you know. That being said, it did take a while for me to realize that it was Jada. So I don't know. They might want to revert back to the old theme, but you know, they're going to make the call either way. Then you had Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, and this was another one of the funniest moments of the night. So I think Chelsea got accidentally eliminated by Piper, and it was so great. By the way, Chelsea had a great performance. She was definitely a standout in whatever time she was in the ring for. I think it was less than 10 minutes, but she was really, really good. And I always enjoy seeing Chelsea on screen. So for her to do what she did was amazing. I loved it. And then we had Jordan Grace making her debut in WWE officially, because you know, last year she was a TNA superstar. This year she is a WWE superstar. She had fooled everybody saying she was going to be hosting her mom's birthday party all the way in Texas. As it turns out, it's not even her mom's 50th birthday party. So she lied, and it was great. So we see you, Jordan. But then she had this moment where she executed a Death Valley driver onto Piper Niven, and it was crazy, and we all loved it. She had this moment with Naomi. She hugged Naomi, and Bianca Belair pulled her by the hair. I was like, what are you doing, girl? And that was a very heelish thing Bianca did. I don't know if there are seeds to lead to more things, but we will see. And then we also had, oh man, this was beautiful, Alexa Bliss coming out at number 21. The pop was one of the best I have heard in any show in WWE. It reminded me of Cody Rhodes's pop when he returned at WrestleMania 3 years ago. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. She looked amazing. Didn't look like she had lost a step. I was so happy. I was so happy to see Alexa Bliss in WWE ring once again. And then you also had Stephanie Vaquer, who showed up. You had Trish Stratus, who came up somewhere, I think around number 25. That was a complete shocker. She was wearing her debut gear. That was amazing. I really loved that. And then you had Charlotte Flair coming at number 27. And good grief, when I saw the entrance, I was like, there's no way this girl doesn't win, because it looked so much like Cody Rhodes' entrance 2 years ago when he came back from the pec tear. She had the pyro and the special entrance, and apparently she took a while to get into the ring because she had a bit of a wardrobe malfunction. She couldn't get the robe off and had to rip it off. So that was why she took quite some time to get into the ring after that long walk to the ring. So after that, we had Nia Jax coming at number 29, and Nia Jax's hair, boy, that made her look menacing. I loved it. I think she had like 8 eliminations. I'm not sure, but there was one point where she eliminated like 6 people at a go. That was pretty interesting. Loved it all the way for her. Nia is a very dominant force, and I'm sure another World Championship reign is due her quite soon. And then you had number 30, Nikki Bella. I had mixed feelings about this. Of course, I'm glad Nikki Bella is back in WWE. I don't know if it's going to be full time, but I love that she's back. I was hoping it was going to be Jade Cargill, because Jade Cargill was the one that actually penciled to win the Royal Rumble. But you can't be right about everything. I definitely don't know the inner workings of WWE any more than any ordinary fan on the street, although I'm willing to learn. But yeah, so Jade wasn't part of this match, and that bummed me out. So you had a lot of eliminations at one point. That was quite distracting. But then you had Roxanne Perez, who came in much earlier in the night, and Charlotte Flair as the final two. And Roxanne actually broke the record for the longest time spent in a Royal Rumble match. Man, Roxanne Perez, give it up for her, man. She's definitely coming on the main roster. I was really happy to see that performance. Ultimately, Charlotte won, and she is now the first 2-time winner of the Women's Royal Rumble, which is amazing. In terms of men and women's Rumbles, she is, I think, the 5th person to win from number 27. I think it was very poetic that she won from that number. It was beautiful, and now she gets to go between Tiffany Stratton or Rhea Ripley. I think she will go for Tiffany Stratton. I think they've done the Rhea Ripley thing, so that's done. But this was amazing, and I loved to see her back in the ring again. Then we had the 2 out of 3 falls tag team match for the WWE Tag Team Championships between DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns. This match didn't exactly live up to I guess everyone's expectations were raised, because everyone was like, oh, Gargano and Ciampa did this in NXT. The Motor City Machine Guns did this in TNA. They were going to have a banger of a match. And it turned out to be rather very, I would say it was pedestrian, because they did quite well. But it wasn't on the caliber of, oh my god, that's a match of the year contender. Like, I think my fellow colleague and senior YouTuber, I should say, Santi Zap said on his Rumble predictions video. So yeah, that's but it was fine. The Street Profits got involved. Dawkins hit one of the guns with a crutch, led to him getting pinned, and they attacked both teams after the match, and raised the titles, then just jammed all the way out, and that was pretty much it. And then arguably the match of the night, aside the other Royal Rumble matches, the undisputed WWE Championship ladder match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Dare I say, it is one of the most brutal ladder matches we have seen in WWE history. Now, mind you, there were no chairs involved. There were no tables involved, aside the announce table, but even that wasn't utilized the way a normal table would be. This was a chaotic, near 30-minute battle between two men trying to put a bow on this feud. It was beautiful. There were times where I legitimately thought both men were knocked out. And if it turns out that that's the case, I would not be shocked in any way. Both men really put their lives on the line. You had Kevin Owens repeatedly putting Cody through ladders. There was one point where it looked like Cody was knocked out, and when Cody came to, he just went after Kevin Owens. I think he busted Kevin Owens open the hard way. He pretty much, here's what happened. Cody essentially became Homelander. He literally became Homelander. He crashed out. He really crashed out. He sent Kevin Owens through a ladder that was wedged between, not wedged, but balanced between the ring apron and the announce table, and gave him an Alabama slam. Only after Kevin Owens had tried to pile drive him. And it wasn't before this, actually, I should go back. Before this happened, Sami Zayn had come out. This was right after the spot where it looked like Kevin Owens had knocked Cody Rhodes out after that spinning suplex thing he gave Cody through the ladder that was near the ring mat. Just checking on both men, making sure they were okay. So yes, Kevin Owens had a very gnarly landing. It was a safe landing, but he made it look very gnarly. Cody climbed to the top, got both titles, won the match. Sami Zayn was very concerned, and we'll see where that story goes. I don't know what's going to happen. And then we had the men's Royal Rumble match. Now, this match started with Rey Mysterio at number 1 and Penta at number 2. You cannot make this up. This was so cool to start, the generational crossover between these two men. They start the match and you start to have all sorts of people coming in. You have Chad Gable, who done like luchadors. You have Braun Breaker, who just starts spearing everybody. You had Speed coming to replace Akira Tozawa. And at a point, I actually thought that was not going to happen. I didn't even believe Speed was going to be part of the Rumble match, but it was a great addition. He took a spear from Braun Breaker, and actually I don't know if you've seen the video, but Speed has suffered a leg injury. It looks like a nasty burn, I'm sure it's a Matt Ben or something, but he will be fine. Speed will be fine. He earned his stripes tonight for sure. He earned his stripes. Man, that was a pretty gnarly thing. Then you had Roman Reigns coming in at number 16, and the mood changed. The mood just changed. He went in there, started decimating everybody. Jacob Fatu actually came in earlier, number 12, and he put on a star performance without question. Jacob was really a standout before he got eliminated later by Braun Strowman. And then this will be a talking point. Jey Uso coming in at number 20 and, just doing the normal stuff. It was cool. Then John Cena comes in at number 23. At number 24, I think you had CM Punk. Number 25 was Seth Rollins. Number 26 was Dominic Mysterio. I don't know why I threw Dominic there. But for about 4 to 6 minutes straight, no one was fighting. They were all trying to see who was going to get back in, who was going to get into the match. And you could not make this up. It was perfect. All 4 superstars started fighting. Everybody else is getting into it. Oh, I should mention, AJ Styles came back with his old theme song, Phenom. And listen, I'm so happy that they're not using the Death Rebel one. Not an indictment on Death Rebel. Maybe it's an indictment on Death Rebel. But look, in as much as I think that silently Death Rebel are geniuses, there are issues with their theme songs and them lacking that appeal as CFO's songs did. And that's why AJ Styles songs are really, AJ Styles song was used. And I'm just so happy he came back to that. You had Sami Zayn coming in at number 27, who was my pick to win. He didn't win. And then you had Logan Paul coming in at number 30. And he was a very polarizing character. I believe he got eliminated by John Cena. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins had a moment and they start to fight, and they both get near the ropes trying to eliminate each other, and CM Punk eliminates them both, and this leads to Seth Rollins absolutely crashing out, especially after CM Punk was eliminated by, I want to say, Logan Paul. So Seth Rollins just crashed out. He actually stomped Roman Reigns on the floor, and then on the stairs he went after CM Punk. It was gnarly. It was gnarly. Seth is definitely a heel at this point. I'd be shocked if he's anything but that. But that being said, you had a final 3 of John Cena, Jey Uso, and Logan Paul. Logan Paul got eliminated by John Cena. You had your final 2. And they duked it out for about 5 minutes. Jey Uso, John Cena. And it did look like John Cena was going to win. And then they both go on the apron. Cena looked like he was going to give Jey Uso the attitude adjustment to win the match from the apron, but Jey Uso was able to slip back over the top rope into the ring and just simply push John Cena off the ring apron. And Cena had this look of shock. He got back into the ring and hugged Jey Uso, acknowledging Jey Uso as the winner of the 2025 Royal Rumble. Listen, Michael Cole got emotional on commentary. His voice started cracking up. He started crying, I want to say, and it made me emotional too. I actually teared up. I'll be honest, I actually teared up seeing that. I'm so happy that Jey Uso won the Rumble. It was very unforeseen. I'll be honest. It was very, very, very unforeseen. But now we have to look at the path for Jey Uso. He could go with Gunther because that's where the story has been for a while. It's looking like the Damian Priest story in a sense. He could also go with the Cody story because there's a lot of history with Cody. You know, this is someone he was tag team champions with 2 years ago. They had that amazing press conference. They lost the titles like a week later or so, but it still counts. This bloodline story has joined them at the hip. Jey Uso was one of the people that helped Cody in the Bloodline Rules match last year at WrestleMania to win the WWE Championship. So there's a lot of story there. Either way, whatever Triple H is cooking, we will see. But guys, that's about it. I'm going to shut this off now, start editing. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it and you want to see more of this content, you may please like this video first. That's important. Subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever I post a new video. If you want to see more content, you can check out this video YouTube is recommending. My name is Andy, and I'll see you in another one. Till then, take care. Good night. Peace.